everyone, I'm Amreen Soleh. Today we learn how to create a kitchen using drag and drop library. So let's get started. Here you see are the 4 views: front, side, top and axonometry. To begin the construction, we will switch to the top view. Go to main, parts, wall function. Using the wall function, you can create the walls of the floor plan. Here you need to define the name of the wall. Enter the required wall thickness and wall height. Click on OK. Once I click on OK, it will ask me for the start point. You can now define the start point either by entering the coordinate or by just picking a point. I will now pick a point. Here you need to define the length of the wall and the angular grid. When I turn off the angular grid, my wall can rotate in any direction. To be able to work fast and exact, you need to keep the angular grid active. I will now define the length of the wall in -y direction as 800, enter. Clicking on enter fixes the position of the wall. I will slide my mouse in the x direction and define the length as 900, enter. Again move my mouse to -y direction and define the length as 1200, enter. Using the same process, I will construct the exterior of my kitchen. To end the wall command, you can either right-click on the screen or click on Finished. The exterior of my kitchen is completed. Let us now move on to the interior part. For the interiors, we will make use of the library elements. Python gives you the opportunity to create your own libraries with your own designs and transform them into intelligent elements. All you need is a well-organized library. How do I load my library elements to my library? Just go to New, Add, select the folder you want to add to your library, include folder, click on OK. Now define the name of the folder. My elements have been added to my libraries. Here if you see, we already have a predefined library with all the attributes and parametrics. To begin with, we will switch to tall units. Go to the top view. I will use the full tall unit. Just drag and drop the cabinet. As soon as the library element is drag and dropped, a dialog box is displayed. You can either use the same values or the values can be overwritten and confirmed with OK. We will use 450 as the width and confirm OK. For the depth, 557. As you can see, there is an additional character, that is a star in front of the text. The reason for the star is this star helps Python to store the same value for the entire project. This means that when other cabinets are loaded, Python will automatically adjust the depth according to the stored value. It will then ask me for the star front thick. Click on OK. The height, OK. Once I've completed defining the parametrics, a dialog box will appear which will help me in placement of the cabinets. I can shift from the first reference point to the second reference point either by clicking on the second reference point, or there's a shortcut key on your keyboard, that is the numerical value 1 and 2. You can use 1 for the first reference point and 2 for the second reference point. The first reference point helps in the position of the part and the second reference point helps in the rotation. I will now use the second reference point for the position of my part and the first reference point for the rotation. To confirm the placement of my cabinet, I will right-click on the screen. If I want to use the same cabinet again, I can either click on Enter or click on the middle mouse button. The cabinet will be placed beside the first cabinet using the reference point. To end the command, right-click on the screen. I will now use the inbuilt tall unit with oven and microwave. Just drag and drop the cabinet. It will ask you for the width. I want to use the same value. Confirm with OK. Height. As you can see, it did not ask me for the depth and front thick. The reason? It used the star stored value. I will use the first reference point for the position of the cabinet and the second reference point for the rotation. To fix the position, left click on the screen. To end the command, right click on the screen. We will now drag and drop the base cabinets. I will now use a 2-shutter unit. Just drag and drop. Width 600. I will now use the second reference point for the position of the cabinet and the first reference point for the rotation. Left click to confirm the position and right click to end the command. We will now use base unit 3 shutter. For the width, I will override the width from 600 to 900. Confirm it with OK. I will now use the second reference point for the position. We will again use base unit 2 shutter. Width 600. Confirm with OK. Use the second reference point. Place the cabinet. We will now use the sink unit. Drag and drop. Width 900. OK. Shift to the second reference point. Place the cabinet. Confirm the placement by clicking left on the screen. I will now use the same drag and drop method to place the other cabinets. The placement of the base cabinets is completed. As you can see, there's a gap left between the two cabinets. We will now fill the gap using a filler. Just drag and drop the filler. Confirm the values. We will now place the wall cabinets using the same drag and drop method. The placement of our cabinets is completed. I will now place the refrigerator. Drag and drop the refrigerator. As you can see, my reference points are in front of the refrigerator. For better position, we can shift the point to the back side of the refrigerator. All we have to do is select top, back, left. My point will move to the back of the refrigerator. I will use the point for the placement of my refrigerator. Confirm the placement with the left mouse click, and to end the command, right click on the screen. Our refrigerator has also been placed. We will now place the worktop. Switch to the top view. Just drag and drop the worktop. Confirm the values. Width 1500, depth 630, worktop thickness 40 mm. I will use the first reference point for the placement. As you can see, the width of my worktop is less than required. All we have to do is click on the point at where you want your worktop to extend. A dialog box will appear. Here, Python will ask you, the current length of your worktop is 1500. Do you want to extend it to 3000? Confirm it with OK, and your worktop will automatically extend till 3000. I will place my worktop on the other cabinets. Switch to the axonometric view. Our worktop has been placed. Let us now place the appliances. We will begin with the sink. As you can see, there's a dummy over the sink unit. We will replace our original sink with the dummy part. Go to Tools 1, Replace. Select the dummy part which you want to replace. Enter. A dialog box will appear which will help in the replacement of the part. The replacement takes place with the help of the reference point given to the last part. Keep in mind the reference point assigned to the dummy part must be in accordance with the reference point assigned to the replacing part. We will now just drag and drop the sink which you want to be replaced with the dummy part. And the sink automatically gets replaced with the dummy part. Confirm it with OK. As you can see, there's a face above my sink. This will help in creating a difference inside the sink unit. All we have to do is just go to Boolean menu, Template. It will ask you to select the remaining part. I want the worktop to remain. Enter. Select the face as template. Enter. It will automatically difference the part according to the size of the face. Again switch to the top view. I will now place hob and hood. Again using the same drag and drop method, just drag and drop the hob that you want. Using the reference point, I will position my hob. Drag and drop the hood. We have placed the appliances. Let us now replace the shutters and the accessories. Go to Tools 1, Replace. Select the part you want to replace. You can either select the parts individually or there are filters which will help you in the selection of the part. I will select Equal Geometry and then select the dummy shutter to be replaced. Python will select all the shutters having the same geometry. Enter. The dialog box will appear which will help me in the replacement of the part. Since we have 2 reference points given to the shutters, I will select Fit to 2 reference point. Go to G Profile Shutters Base Unit and just drag and drop the shutter. The shutters will get replaced according to the reference point assigned to the dummy part. Confirm the replacement with OK. Again go to Equal Geometry. Select the shutter. Python will select all the shutters having the same geometry. Enter. Drag and drop. OK. I will use the same replacement and drag and drop method to replace all the dummy shutters of the cabinets. Our shutters have been replaced. Let us now replace the accessories using the same replacement and drag and drop method. Go to Tools 1, Replace. Go to Layer. Select the dummy parts. Our accessories have also been replaced. We have now replaced the appliances, accessories and the shutters. I will now place the door and window in my kitchen. Switch to the top view. Go to Doors and Windows. Just drag and drop the door that you wish to place. Width 900. Confirm with OK. Depth 200. OK. And height 2030. OK. Use the first reference point for the placement of the door and the second reference point for the rotation. To confirm the placement, left click on the screen. To end the command, right click on the screen. We will now use the sliding window. Just drag and drop the window. I will override the window height as 2300 mm. OK. Wall thickness 150. OK. Cornice height 200. Width of the left frame 1200 and width of the right frame 1200. I will again use the first reference point for the position of the window and the second reference point for the rotation. Fix the placement by left click on the screen and to end the command, right click on the screen. We will now place the lights in the kitchen. Just drag and drop the light. Using the reference point, I will now place the lights. That's how you can easily create a kitchen using drag and drop library and replace function if you have a well organized library.